Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. All the participants and the judges. We are back again in Post Kupang English Speech Competition 2022. And before we start our session 2, I would like to remind our participants to change your Zoom display name into the formats that we already told you in the technical meeting, which is nomor underscore nama sekolah. I like to give thanks to our sponsor before we start. From Excellent Spirit Christian School, Bank Rakyat Indonesia Cabang Bali, PT Pelindo Kupang, Kadin NTT, Pitobi Group, Kemenak NTT, Bank Negara Indonesia Cabang Kupang, and Bank NTT. Once again, I would like to remind you to change your Zoom display name into the format that I already told you, and you can read the format in the rules that we already sent you in the WhatsApp group. Thank you. While you change your Zoom name, I would like to say hi to our judges joining us via Zoom. Bapak Alexius Madar, good afternoon, Pak Alex.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Yes, Pak Alex. Are you ready for the session 2 of English competition this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, Pak Alex.
Okay.
Thank you, Pak Alex, for joining us this afternoon. And I like to say hi to Kak Reni. Halo, Kak Reni.
Halo, Kak. Dengar.
Halo, Kak Reni.
Hello.
Yeah, it's way past the lunchtime in your place, so or you having lunch at the same time as our in Indonesia?
I just whatever the break you gave to me, and I just went to have my lunch.
Okay,
but I'm very happy and full, and I'm ready to kick off the second session this afternoon. So thank you very much for introducing me again. And I would like to say hello and thank you very much for all the participants who have already registered to this event. And I wish you all the best and good luck for the rest of this afternoon competition. Thank you, Kak. Back to you.
Thank you. And the last of our judges, I will say hi to Pak Tyson. Hello, Pak Tyson.
Hello.
Hello, Pak Tyson. Are you ready for the session 2 of this competition?
Yeah, it looks like it. I'm still awake.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts for the first session that we already done?
No, everybody did pretty good, so I'm ready for the next section.
Okay.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Thank you, Pak Tyson. And that is our judges for this afternoon. And now let's pay attention to the rules of this competition. That's the rule for this competition, and I will like to ask you to turn on your camera so we can take a picture together. please turn on your camera so we can take a picture together before we started our competition. Let's take a picture. 3, 2, 1. Once again, don't forget to smile. Take a picture in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Thank you all the participants. Now, before we move to our competition, our team will put you in the Zoom waiting rooms before we start, and please wait patiently in the Zoom waiting rooms. Don't go out from the Zoom meeting room, and we will call you when your turn is ready. So,
ini tentang kita. Untuk hari ini
dan esok.
Tentang memberi makna Indonesia.
Menjadi ruang hidup yang lebih baik untuk semua.
Setiap aksi kita sangat bermakna untuk memberikan kualitas hidup yang merata.
Ini tentang saling memberi daya, menyambut generasi baru yang akan tiba, memberi ruang
Untuk bertumbuh.
Menjadikan semua terhubung bagai satu tubuh agar semua dapat bahagia.
BRI tidak hanya sekedar berbisnis, tapi juga berkontribusi untuk memberdayakan masyarakat dan menjaga lingkungan. Memberdayakan yang kecil hingga yang terkecil, agar semua bisa terus tumbuh dan tersenyum. Menjangkau yang tak terjangkau, melayani yang belum terlayani, mendekatkan akses, membuka pintu untuk setiap orang. Berkolaborasi untuk membangun negeri, memberikan kesempatan yang sama untuk semua. Memandang semua setara. Karena kami yakin semua bisa. Memberikan pendampingan hingga dapat berdikari dan menjadi domino perubahan bagi yang lain. Bertransformasi dengan digitalisasi agar dapat langsung terkoneksi. Melayani lebih banyak hingga yang terkecil, memangkas jarak dan waktu, juga melayani dengan lebih cepat. Digitalisasi yang mendorong paperless operations, serta pengurangan emisi karbon menuju sustainability. Membuat BRI menjadi bank yang hadir untuk tumbuh bersama bagi negeri. Melayani
Setulus hati.
Tumbuh bersama demi kebaikan.
Kamu.
Aku
kita semua.
Student, I am Agus Dewanazar, General Manager of Port of Indonesian Corporation Tenagupang. I wish you good luck competition, and I hope that through this competition you can increase your knowledge and speak English for the self-development of all of you. Happy competition and success for all of us. Thank you.
now we kick off the second session of this competition with participant number 18 from SMA Negeri 6 Kota Komba, Rahel Anggita Mengo.
Okay, thank you for the time given to me.
Let me introduce myself. My full name is Rahel Anggita Mengo, and you can call me Angie. I'm from 11th grade science program in SMA Negeri 6 Kota Komba of Manggarai Timur Regency. Good afternoon, audience, all the honorable judges in the competition, all the great competitors, and all my beloved audience, wherever you are now. The first, we must thankful to the Almighty God who give us this great occasion. Thank you to the Pos Kupang Media as the committee of the competition and has big attention about healthy problem in our province. Ladies and gentlemen, let me deliver my speech on title, The Role of Youth in Stunting Prevention. As we know, that stunting is one of the health serious issues in our province. Visit on the www.tanotofoundation.org. Stunting is when a child fails to grow to the proper height for his or her age. The main cause is poor nutrition in a pregnant woman, babies, and toddlers. Stunting is a form of malnutrition, but it's more accurately described as undernutrition. All my beloved audience, the effect of the disease cannot be seen right now, but it influences of the future of our children. So we must collaborate to overcome this problem, especially the youth. Stunting does not only attack the body, but also their brain is a vital organ of a human. NTT province has a high record nationally about a stunting problem. If we abandon this phenomenon, the poor and the backward still be the label of our province next time. Ladies and gentlemen, what shall we do then to the real problem? Both of a national and regional government has launched some program to stop this disease. But they cannot walk alone. They need a support from all entities. They need a support from all NTT province society. My dear listener, as a student which is part of youth, what will we do to this real problem? I think we can participate in preventing state by making innovation on food. We realize that our province has a various local rates of nutrition. The traditional way of serving might be one of the reasons why people do not consume the local food. Our mother only relies rice and milk to give the baby. Otherwise, the price of the things rise day by day. Ladies and gentlemen, this solution is cheaper but has a significant impact. As a student, we can knowledge of the processing of the food processing through the precarialism. We can explore through this lesson, and then we can participate to produce the variant culinary from local food. The baby will be raised in food choice, and furthermore, we also make a continuous campaign of stunting prevention through social media. All my beloved audience, before I end this speech, let me remind you again, this is not simple problem. We should cooperate prevent this stunting. I believe that food serving innovation is one of the solutions. Let us stop to the stunting and let us welcome to the golden era of NTT province. Say no to stunting and say yes to the healthy to the healthy NTT. That is all my speech. Thank you very much and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahel, for your speech. Now we move to participant number 40 from SMA Negeri 1 Nita, Pascalia Valianti Puken.
Hello everyone.
Number 40 from SMA Negeri 1 Nita, Pascalia Valianti Puken. Hello Pascalia, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Pascalia, 10 minutes on the clock and the time is yours.
Hello, my name is Pascalia. I'm SMA unit. Can I start? Hello everyone, my name is Pascalia Valianti Puken. I'm from SMA Negeri 1 Nita. Today, I'm going to present a speech about teenagers and stunting. Ladies and gentlemen, stunting is still a crucial issue that parents in Indonesia need to be aware of. This is because stunting or SORT is a growth disorder in children. Most stunting is caused by nutritional problems. It is appropriate for parents to work together with the pediatricians in meeting children's nutritional needs so that stunting does not occur. However, it is not only the responsibility of parents or married couples. Teenagers also have an important role in preventing stunting. This is because teenagers are groups that have a big contribution producing offspring in the future. With education about the concept of family and children, it is hoped the teenagers can become parents who have healthy and anti-stunting offspring. Despite having an important role in preventing stunting, education regarding stunting in adolescents has not been implemented optimally. In places of learning, such as schools, there is not special lessons regarding parenting, especially stunting, so teenagers tend not to know. Ladies and gentlemen, for this reason, from home, parents should provide education regarding the concept of family, parenting methods, and children's education. That way, teenagers can know better, be better prepared, and be more capable of being responsible for their household in the future. In order to create a generation that is healthy and anti-stunting, it is better to start from the habits of the teenagers themselves, such as increasing physical activity, basking in the morning sun, eating fruit and vegetables, not smoking and drinking alcohol, using clean latrines, and routine health checks so that the body can always be in good condition. Thank you.
Thank you, Pascalia, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 2 from SMAN Harekakae, Maria Yaveliana Hoar Nahak. Maria haven't joined us in Zoom meeting, so we move to participant number 23 from SMAS Seminary San Domingo, Silvestrili Beda Hokor. Number 23 from SMAS Seminary San Domingo, Silvestrili Beda Hokor.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Silvestrili. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Silvestrili. 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before I bring my speech, I want to introduce myself. My full name is Silvestrili Beda Hokor, and you can call me Andre. I'm from St. Dominic Minor Seminary Senior High School. And now, in this occasion, I will bring my speech about the role of youth in overcoming stunting. Before that, let's give thanks to the presence of the Almighty God for the blessing that we can all access until this moment. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, stunting is a chronic nutritional problem caused by a lack of nutritional intake over a long period of time. Generally, this is due to food intake that is not in accordance with nutritional needs. The problem of stunting occurs starting from the womb and will only be seen when the child is 2 years old. For UNICEF, stunting is defined as the present age of children at 0 to 59 months with height below minus, moderate and severe stunting, and -3 chronic stunting. This is measured using child growth standards issued by WHO. Stunting is malnutrition in infants in the first 100 days of life that lasts a long time and causes delays in brain development and child growth development. Stunting is also associated with an increased risk of morbidity and mortality, delayed motor development, and retarded mental growth development. Stunted children face a greater possibility of growing into adults who are less educated, poorer, less healthy, and more vulnerable to non-communicable diseases. To reduce stunting crisis in its forest, the local district government socialized the Gempur Stunting Program, starting from district to villages. The region of East Forest, Antonius Gege Hajon, when confirmed on Tuesday, November 28, 2019, said has committed to massively reducing the problem of stunting. The East Nusa Tenggara Provincial government has set a target to 12% in 2023, and the East First Regency government has implemented a stunting reduction of 11.50% to 2023, and in February 2022, the prevalence of stunting was at 20.4%, so that in the next 15 months, all relevant stakeholders must work the same as being serious in overcoming the acceleration of stunting reduction around 9% to 11.50%. Head of the East First District Health Office, Dr. Agunius Ogie Silimalar, on Thursday, 3rd February 2022, explained that although several sub-districts or puskesmas had experienced decline, there were still puskesmas with an increase in stunting data. As data from Rita Abang Community Health Center, West Solo District, in 2019, there were 25.7%, down to 23.8% in 2021, but rose again in December 2022 to 25%. We need to be aware of these things together, so we also need to work together to prevent stunting. Long-term effects caused by stunting and other conditions related malnutrition are often considered as a risk factor for diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and death from infection. We need to know the causes of stunting itself. The Adoption Nutrition website states that stunting develops in the long term due to a combination of several or all of these factors, namely chronic malnutrition for a long time, interration growth retardation, insufficient protein in the proportion of total calorie intake, hormonal changes triggered by stress, frequent infection early in child's life. Ladies and gentlemen, how do we prevent stunting? Stunting apart from parents and medical professionals, teenagers can also prevent stunting itself. Surely we will ask, what's wrong with teenagers and why should they be teenagers? Malnutrition that occurs in toddlers, stunted children is not only due to malnutrition in mothers during pregnancy, but this cycle has also started from adolescents. We all need to know that teenagers are future parents. The most appropriate effort to prevent stunting start with themselves, namely teenagers. Ladies and gentlemen, stunting until early 2021 is still a big issue in Indonesia, including in its first district. The participation of the community, including the government, is needed in order to handle prevention and accelerate its decline. Competent agency office are also highly expected to allocate their budget for intervention needs, both specific and sensitive interventions. Commitment from the province, district, or city to urban villages is urgently needed to an effort to reduce stunting rates in Indonesia as well as its Flores district. Ladies and gentlemen, there are several things that must be done to increase the knowledge of adolescents so they can play a role in efforts to prevent stunting and reduce cases in stunting in the future, including, first, family planning. Teenagers are expected to understand the importance of family planning, things that need to be planned before entering the marriage ladder, among others, ideal age, mentally mature, economically prepared, and physically healthy. With family planning, it will be able to avoid early marriages or child marriages, which can produce offspring with knowledge of balanced nutrition pattern, with affection knowledge about the importance of implementing a balanced nutrition pattern. When teenagers become parents, they will understand what to do. Fulfillment of balanced nutrition during pregnancy is also important because it ensures of health of the fetus in the womb. And third, knowledge of adolescent reproducing health. In order to produce offspring that are healthy and have good intelligence, adolescents need to understand the right age for healthy reproduction, which is between the ages of 21 and 35 for a woman. preventing 100 HPK and understanding of carrying 100 HPK need to be known by teenagers so that when they become parents, they are ready to care for 100 HPK. Because by implementing 100 HPK parenting, stunting will be prevented. In addition, there needs to be an effort to make the handling and prevention of stunting run effectively, and its reduction can be realized by involving youth in a forum. The Youth PIK and Youth Family Development Forums are the right tools and engage youth to play a role in preventing stunting. Ladies and gentlemen, stunting is a cycle. If a mother-to-be has in undernourishment since she was a teenager, she is at risk of having a malnourished child, and the child will follow her mother's dietary pattern, and the cycle will continue. Knowledge of balanced nutrition pattern with effective knowledge become parents, they will understand what to do. Fulfillment of the balanced nutrition during pregnancy is not important because it ensures the healthy of fetus in the womb. So, in my conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, in the end of my word, I invite all of my friends, all ladies and gentlemen, Indonesian youth to work together to overcome the stunting. That's all from my speech. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sylvesterly, for your speech. Now we move to participant number 24 from SMKN 1 Larantuka, Margareta Gracia da Silva. Hello, Margareta.
Hello.
Okay, Margareta, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Margareta, 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Hello, everyone. My name is Margareta Gracia da Silva, and you may call me Gracia. I am the student of SMK Negeri 1 Larantuka, and now I am in class 11. Today, I am going to deliver a speech with the title, Stunting Between Text and Context. But before that, I would like to invite us, thanking to God, because of His kindness, we are in good condition. Ladies and gentlemen, talking about stunting means that we are talking about an abnormal body condition that's suffered by children. But what is actually stunting itself? Stunting is one of the leading measures used to assess childhood malnutrition. It indicates that a child has failed to reach their growth potential as a result of disease, poor health, and malnutrition. And a child is defined as stunted if they are too short for their age. My beloved audience, in a simple way, we can recognize stunting sufferers by detecting some of the symptoms that sufferers have. For example, their face looks younger than children of their age, body and teeth growth is delayed, they have poor focus and learning memory abilities, and don't make much eye contact with people around them, and are lighter in weight for their age. Ladies and gentlemen, the public's understanding of stunting is still minimal or below standard. One of the indications is stunting, which is often interpreted as malnutrition and is equated with thin people. Without exception, this erroneous understanding of stunting often occurs with the education unit. Children with malnutrition usually have dry skin, reduced fat under the skin, and smaller muscles. If it has reached an advanced stage, there is possibility that the child's stomach will become distended. Meanwhile, being thin does not mean that you are malnourished, but because your body's metabolism is not able to absorb food properly. For example, vitamins are not fully absorbed, and a thin person is a healthy person, but he cannot be fed. My beloved audience, in fact, many people are unable to tell the difference between stunting, malnutrition, and thin people. Moreover, these conditions are even used as a medium to bully people who are not like. That's why we have to understand about stunting in text and context. We must learn to understand new terms before they are used so that we are not called stupid or fail to understand. It must also be admitted that the socialization on stunting or malnutrition by the government has not yet reached the grassroots level. It is even believed that people in remote areas do not understand stunting or malnutrition. So it is not surprising that the problem of stunting or malnutrition in certain areas continues to increase. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, stunting is easily preventable with proper nutrition. Firstly, mothers need to follow a balanced diet before pregnancy starts to ensure that the proper nutrients are passed on the fetus. Secondly, we should also practice proper hygiene, including washing your hands with soap and water before preparing or eating food. And the last, mothers should have breastfeeding for the first 6 months of a baby's life, and husbands can play a role by supporting their wives' decision to breastfeed. My beloved audience, I am sure if we understand the term of stunting from the context correctly, we will find the best solution to overcome it. And as the young generation, I invite us, let's hand in hand, gather with our government to carry out a campaign on the problem of stunting and its prevention to all Indonesian people by Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I think that's all about my speech, and thanks for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you, Margareta, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 4 from SMA Negeri Nunbena, Delon Eklopas Oimatan.
Hello.
Hello, Delon.
Yes.
Delon, are you ready, Delon?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Delon, 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Okay. The Honorable all the jury, the Honorable English speech competition post Kupang CPM. I'm sorry, the Honorable all English speech competition post Kupang.com, the Honorable all teachers and participants, the Honorable all of my beloved contestants. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Nama Budaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salve and Salam. First of all, let us give thanks for the grace and mercy of God so we can gather on this occasion. Thank you for the opportunity given to me, and now I would like to deliver my speech about the role of teenager in stunting prevention. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to know that stunting is a whole problem at Indonesia because stunting not only occurs in children older than children of his age, but stunted children also experience low brain development. Occurs in children of his age. This is effect the children when studying in education. This is happen in student in elementary school, junior high school, senior high school, and also the teenager in college level. This is what causes them to not to be able to pursue lessons. One thing that need to be known is the parents are agent and children are rules. When children are not given good nutrition by parents, then the child will experience physical problem, health and environmental services. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is ignored by children or teenager, it will be difficult to pursue a career to become a useful person for the homeland and the nation. Therefore, today the youth play an important role in preventing stunting, where today the youth must be determined to change a healthy lifestyle, and it is start from themselves to the community to prevent stunting, because teenagers will become parents in the future that managing a healthy lifestyle and nutrition food. The habit of teenagers that are not good and need to be avoided are skip breakfast or dinner, junk food, fast food, which is often caused by environmental problems. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I invite all of us to follow the guidelines for the balanced nutrition policy, so we can become the smart parents in the future. Because today, consciously and unconsciously, this is not the early or other nations or colonizers, but it is from ourselves, ourselves, namely ignorance, poverty, and squalor. For that, let us find a way out to prevent stunting for the nation and the future generation, where we need to nutrition for healthy environment and healthy surface to reduce the problem of stunting, to educate to nation children in build our beloved country in the future. That's all, and thank you.
Thank you, Delon, for your speech and stunning display at the background. Now we move to participant number 7 from Nusa Cendana International Plus School, Audini Supriyatna.
First of all, excuse me, am I audible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, thank you.
Hello. Audini, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Audini, 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and greetings of virtue. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable all of the committees, honorable all of the judges and audience right here. First of all, I would like to say thanks to God for giving me blessings and health so that I can join and deliver my speech entitled The Importance of Having Knowledge and Awareness About Stunting. Ladies and gentlemen, what is on your mind if you see a children have a low height for their age? Well, here's a little story of mine. When I was 10 years old, in 2017, there was a boy who was one of my juniors in elementary school. He had this kind of condition where he had a low height. His height was shorter than a normal child at his age. At first, I believed that perhaps it was not the time for him to grow taller, or it was indeed a genetic from both of his short parents, so it had passed on him. But after several years passed, he was still on the same height. His small body proportion, a very light weight, a short head for his age made me finally wonder, why did these things happen? Year passed, and when I was 15, it was finally the first time for me hearing the word stunting at school. I learned and got to know a little more about these conditions of failure to thrive. Most people may believe that it is caused by genetic factors, which mean hereditary and absolute. This paradigm perhaps has been dwelling inside our minds since a very long time ago, but as a result, many people does not take action to prevent this condition, whereas genetic is not the main factor that contribute to this growth disorder that we identify as stunting. Stunting occurs when a child does not have a sufficient nutrition to grow and develop. This can be caused by a poor diet, poor nutrition, repeat infection, and inadequate psychosocial stimulation. And I realized that the condition that happened to my juniors a few years ago was actually stunting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after hearing my story, let us moving on to the data. In 2017, monitoring of nutritional status showed the prevalence rate of stunting under 5 in Indonesia was 29.6%. Even in 2018, the stunting prevalence rate in Indonesia reached 30.8%. And that is the figure above the limit set by WHO, which is 20%. In 2021, based on the result of Indonesian Nutritional Status Survey conducted by the Ministry of Health of Indonesia, Indonesia reached 24.4% for stunting. And that is already better than in 2017 or in 2018. Because Indonesia itself is a country with the second highest burden of stunting children in Southeast Asia region and 5th in the world. Let me repeat, 5th in the world. Isn't that worse? So, the government reduced the target by 14%, which will be set in 2024. Isn't that worse, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, it is. To reduce this figure, the government conducts several programs that can prevent stunting. First, the supplementary feeding program that aims to improve the community nutritional status. The second, an environment based on sanitations, which has the main objective to improve the quality environment, with the target of reducing high prevalence of stunting in Indonesia. Other efforts include administering blood-boosting tablets to young women and carrying out pregnancy checks and providing adequate nutrition for pregnant women. Hence, to assist the target of reducing the prevalence of stunting in Indonesia, everyone should be aware of the existence of stunting. Everyone should acknowledge that this is not only a genetic problem that anyone could break the chain and do something. No, but for instance, parents must fulfill the nutritional needs since pregnancy and monitoring the child development. And furthermore, each of us has a responsibility to maintain the environmental cleanliness. And in addition, the role of youth is very important as the prime mover to raise the awareness of stunting. I believe we, as the teenagers who will become parents, we need to understand or be educated on stunting since an early age. We may improve our nutrition and health from now on so that we can produce and we can achieve the goal of reducing the high prevalence of stunting in Indonesia. By having an understanding of stunting from an early age, teenagers can play a more positive role in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Nutritional intake that is maintained by adolescents by eating a healthy food, getting used to clean living behavior, and carrying out regular physical activities can help us to give birth a new generation that is free of stunting. Therefore, I invite all of the teenagers throughout Indonesia to maintain a healthy lifestyle and understand the condition of stunting so that we can produce a superior and healthy generation. By that, let us prevent it together for a better life. My name is Audini Azura Adindra Supriyatna. Thank you.
Thank you, Audini, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 12 from SMA N3 Borong, Angela Putri Safira. Participant number 12 from SMA N3 Borong, Angela Putri Safira.
Hello.
Hello Angela, can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Angela.
Assalamualaikum.
Can you speak
warahmatullahi-
louder to your microphone, Angela, please?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Of course, the most important thing we do is to give thanks for the presence of God. Because of His blessing and gift, we can gather here at this place this afternoon. Thank you for the chance given to me to enter this English speech competition. Therefore, please allow me Angela Putri Safira, and you can call me Vira. I am from class 12 Social Science 1, and I'm from SMA N3 Borong. Today, I will talk about the role of youth in stunting prevention, which is known as stunting is a deletion is a long-term result of chronic low-quality diet consumption combined with the morbidity, infectious diseases, and environmental problems. Ladies and gentlemen, we all need to know that teenagers are future parents. They are the ones who will have a big role in creating quality generation in the future. Most teenagers have not implemented a balanced diet. They consume more instant food, fruits, and vegetables they rarely consume, which causes the intake of vitamin and nutrition needed by adolescents to be unable to be fulfilled. It should be noted that most teenagers in our area, namely NTT, still have teenagers who are married under the ideal age, who are not mentally and financially ready, including the lack of readiness to become parents who must be responsible for accompanying the growth and development of the children they are born to run optimally. Not only that, most of our country still has stunting caused by environmental problems, caused by infectious diseases. One example is that people in NTT are forced to drink water containing lime, which can trigger the formation in the digestive tract. Then, how do we as teenagers prevent stunting that is happening in our area? How can we reduce stunting cases in the future? Ladies and gentlemen, effort to prevent side effects in our area are by doing First, learn knowledge about balanced nutritional patterns from an early age. Second, learn knowledge about adolescent reproductive health. Third, providing care for 1,000 happy K by fulfilling good nutrition for 1,000 happy K will lead to optimal growth and development of the children. Fourth, increase physical activity, eat fruits and vegetables, don't smoke, don't drink alcohol, and always have regular health check. Then, what is the role of teenage women in stunting prevention? Teenage women can prevent stunting by consuming 1 tablet as much as 1 tablet every 1 week, doing physical activity at least 30 minutes a day, and applying a diet as a balanced nutritional guideline. First, prevent anemia by consuming blood tablet as much as 1 tablet every 1 week. Second, routine physical activity, sport, minimum 30 minutes a day. Third, diet with multiple eat fruits and vegetables, and eating according to balanced nutrition. Then in the case of stunting caused by environmental problems in terms of the provision of clean water, we as teenagers can help convey interesting ideas and innovation to the government regarding simple solutions that can be applied immediately in the area. One example is that by encouraging the government to build household water filters so that children and parents can get this clean water. This is the end of my speech today. Hopefully, you can take a lesson from what I give today. I apologize for every word and therefore that should have been. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your consent today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Angela, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 17 from SMA Seminary Santo Rafael Kupang, Alexander Blasius Inoncius Jolong. Number 17 from SMA Seminary Santo Rafael Kupang, Alexander Blasius Innocentius Jolong.
Nice. Is my voice clear?
Yes, I can hear you. Are you ready, Alexander?
Is my voice clear?
Yes, I can hear you, Alexander.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Jawab. Jawab ya?
Yes.
Yes.
Alexander, have you have any trouble?
I'm sorry, is my voice clear?
Yes, I can hear you, Alexander. Are you ready?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, greetings of virtue, Shalom, and Salvete. Good afternoon for all of us. The honorable judges, I respect the committee of speech competition, the participants, and all of the audience. I am Alexander Jolong, a student at St. Raphael Seminary, Oipoi. It's real an honor for me to be standing here and meeting you all in this beautiful day. God is really good. The gathering of all of us in this virtual meeting are under great circumstances. So thanks to him has become a definite obligation. In this blessed occasion, allow me to deliver my speech about East Nusa Tenggara teenagers, lifestyle and environmental agent of change for children of East Nusa Tenggara to be stunt-free. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us want an optimal growth, don't we? We all share wants an ideal posture, such as height and healthy body. But all of those cannot be achieved just because of a single issue, stunting. According to World Health Organization, stunting is a condition of chronic malnutrition due to a lack of nutrition for a long time, resulting in growth disturbances on children, i.e. shorter or stunt bodies compared to children of their age. Stunting will be a national problem if the percentage has reached 20%. Okay, now let's take a look to our nation. Based on the data from Indonesian Ministry of Health, that the percentage of stunting in Indonesia in the year of 2018 has reached 30.7%. What's more, that the highest percentage of stunting sufferers comes from our beloved province, East Nusa Tenggara, with the figure 37.8%. It means that 3 out of 10 children in East Nusa Tenggara are children with stunting. Ladies and gentlemen, many of us may think that many East Nusa Tenggara children are short simply because their parents are either. But here I'll tell you, being short doesn't always mean stunting, while stunting always means being short or dwarfs. Moreover, genetics is only determining factor that causes stunting, while the dominant factor are lifestyle, which include parenting and eating patterns, as well as environmental health. And this is not my opinion, but the presentation from Indonesian Ministry of Health. For parenting patterns, it is necessary to understand that the most crucial time that affects children malnutrition are the first 1,000 days. So there needs to be special attention from the time the baby was fertilized until the baby is 2 years old. In this case, reproductive health and nutrition for young women as prospective mothers, for examination during pregnancy, exclusive breast milk for 6 months, breast milk accompanied with breast milk companion until the baby is 2 years old, and immunization to increase immunity. For eating patterns, it is necessary to have balanced nutrition with a balanced plate, namely a half plate of fruits and vegetables, plus more protein than carbohydrates. And this is not only for the child, but the most importantly for expectant mothers. Finally, sanitation and clean water also cannot be ignored. By holding with the fact above, now let me tell you why is this become a problem that needs to be of concern to us, East Nusa Tenggara teenagers. Ladies and gentlemen, first, parenting patterns and nutritional status are greatly influenced by parents' knowledge, especially mothers, in managing family nutrition. While we see together that now, especially in East Nusa Tenggara, as well as my neighbor, in fact, there are many young people who are married at an early age. According to the Central Bureau of Statistics for East Nusa Tenggara, that in 2020, 5.26% women in East Nusa Tenggara married at the age of less than and until 16 years old, whether it was due to coercion, romantic turmoil, or voluntarily. But this decision often not matched with the sufficient knowledge of family development. Is the economy sufficient to have children? Can family's need be met or not? Those are not calculated, just got married. What makes me sad that I'm still a high school student, but in this time, there are a lot of my friends who are married, who are already get married. Second, we have to understand that we have to think also for children born out of wedlock. According to the head of East Nusa Tenggara Population and Family Planning Agency, there is a ratio 27 per 1,000 women in East Nusa Tenggara who are pregnant out of wedlock, give birth without a husband. Never mind for routine check during pregnancy, just once, maybe never, because of pressure. Second, in the line with the ideas of Reynal Hasali, PhD, in his book, The Great Shifting, that teenagers or adolescents show a physical phenomenon that most determines humans in terms of character and physique. So it is at this time that the nutritional optimizing have to be attempted. But in fact, there are many young women, young men who prefer to enjoy fast food, which only include carbohydrates, as well as junk food, which has very minimum nutrition. And then, what will be the nutritional quality of prospective parents in the future? Finally, the biggest problem are sanitation and clean water. The topography of East Nusa Tenggara, coupled with the natural norms of the people of East Nusa Tenggara, has led to a habit of drinking lime water without being filtered. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reality. And now that we know this, what should we do? As the teenagers of East Nusa Tenggara, we must first be aware and act. No need to be far, no need to be difficult. Just start from ourselves. Just learn that bring a child into life doesn't only mean to keep them breathing, but how should their rights of decent life and optimal nutrition have to be fulfilled. If indeed an early marriage has been supported by adequate knowledge and finances, then go ahead. That is the right of all of us. But let us not turn into a child and keep them breathing in suffering. I emphasize more on young women because expectant mothers are the main player in overcoming stunting. Change the habit that only can endanger our reproduction and health. Replace fast food with slow food. Cook at home, healthier, more varied, and delicious. Replace junk food with full package of vitamins and protein, which is more than carbohydrates. Let's don't give up on circumstances. Try to live clean. Drink clean water. Or if you want your image and your children be like this, that is your choice. Ladies and gentlemen, stunting is a cycle. Malnourished babies will grow into stunned children, and then malnourished teenagers, malnourished mothers, and then give birth to malnourished babies. To break a cycle, it's indeed needs a lot of time, which is not fast. So if you don't start right away from now, what should we do again? If we have to wait until 2 to 3 generations next in the emergency of stunting, then we move. No, brothers and sisters, start from now. Be the agent of change. Be an influencer. It doesn't mean that you have to be a famous celebrant or YouTuber. You are an influencer by simply influencing people. Friends on your left, on your right, in your school, in your neighbors, or people in your age, they need to be aware of the breaking the stunting cycle. And if all teenagers of East Nusa Tenggara work together in unison, who's strong enough to stop us? Finally, that is my argument. I hope what I say can burn a little spirit of us, agent of change. Remember, lifestyle and environmental health. That's all, and thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you, Alexander, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 21 from SMAS Catholic St. Carolus, Alisa Angelita Bia Seran. Participant number 21 from SMAS Catholic St. Carolus, Alisa Angelita Bia Seran. Hello, hello, Alisa. Can you hear my voice? Alisa, are you there?
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Alisa. Hello,
Yeah,
Alisa. Okay, Alisa. Are you ready, Alisa?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Alisa. 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Honorable judges, respected audience and everyone here today. Sampai Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty God.
Hello, Alisa.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, Alisa. Are you ready, Alisa?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Alisa. 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
What happened?
Honorable judges, respected audience and everyone here today. Sampai Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty God.
Hello, Alisa.
Yes, hello.
Alisa, I'm sorry to interrupt your speech. Before you start your speech, please shut down the YouTube that you have play. Stay focused on the Zoom. Hello, Alisa. Can you hear me now clearly? Can you unmute your Zoom first before we start? Hello, Alisa. Don't focus on the YouTube, just focus on the Zoom meeting. Alisa, can you hear me? Please unmute your Zoom first.
Hello.
Hello, Alisa. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I hear you.
Alisa, are you ready, Alisa?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, Alisa. We restarted your speech. 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Honorable judges, respected audience and everyone here today. Sampai Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty God. It's because of Him we can enter in this contest. Secondly, thank you for my parents and my teacher who guide me as to self with love that never ends. And last but not least, thank you for the judges for giving me their very special opportunity to compete in this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Alisa Angelita Bia Seran, and I'm from St. Carolus University Kupang, standing here to deliver my speech. I hope you all are feeling amazing, but as I am a little nervous, but I'm not here to tell you what I'm feeling. Instead, I will tell you about preventing stunting during the life cycle through integrated nutrition approach. So, I will give you one question. What is stunting? Stunting is a malnutrition that lasts for a long time in babies in the first 1 million days of their life, causing imperfection of brain development and child growth and development. Despite growth and development conditions, not only has a bad impact on children's health, but also in their intelligence. Due to chronic malnutrition, stunting babies grow shorter and thinner than the standard height and weight of their age. To prevent the child because stunted children, we have to more protected and cares while their food and medical care is safe and always very well. We have to share more positive attention with them so they always having fun and laughing. They take care for making them find the better condition after all the situation they have. The prevention and treatment of childhood stunting remains substantial challenges. Approximately 165 million people under 5 years of age are stunted, and most of these are in low and middle income countries. Although there has been impressive global education in the prevention of stunting, there is a recognition needed for information and intervention and outcomes. Part of the challenge is the multiple biological, social, and environmental causes that interact at different interactions, suggesting that multi-sector approach are needed. Considerable expense has been accumulated, but more is needed, as are increased secretariat allocation and requests. Ladies and gentlemen, to prevent babies become stunted, not only making them happy and laughing, we have to show them more positive and kindness, for making them believe, a support by looking what they have to eat and what they have not to eat. We have to looking back for their mentality by giving them the best social experiment with the positive effect and medicine. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for my speech. I hope you all are find something new for me and enjoy it. Thank you very much for your attention. Good afternoon. Salve, Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan.
Thank you, Alisa, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 22 from SMA Swasta Surya Mandala, Monica Mayuni Jaga. Hello, Monica. Monica, can you hear my voice?
Hello.
Hello, Monica.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Monica, can you hear my voice?
Hello.
Yes, Monica. Hello.
Good afternoon.
If you have any YouTube turn on, please turn off the YouTube now. Just focus on the Zoom. Monica, are you ready, Monica? Monica, are you ready? I cannot hear your voice. Monica, say hi to me, please, so we can hear your voice. Still we haven't heard anything from you. Please unmute your... Hello, Monica?
Hello.
Okay, Monica, we can hear you now. Are you ready, Monica?
Yes, I'm ready, sir.
Okay. Monica, if you're ready, and 10 minutes on the clock, time is yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Monica Mainijaga. I am from Suyaranala High School. Praise to be our God. Today, we are given His grace so that we can gather together in this lovely occasion in good and healthy condition. In this moment, I would like to deliver my speech entitled Education in Stunting Profession. Before we discuss and learn about stunting, let's first understand the meaning of stunting as follows. Definition of stunting. According to the World Health Organization, stunting is a disorder of growth and development of children due to chronic malnutrition and repeat infection, which are characterized by below standard length or height. The above understand explains that stunting is the problem faced by the community due to nutrition during the growth and development of the fetus from the time it is in the womb to birth. Stunting has an impact on the future of children if it is not prevented early on. The long-term impact is in the form of low productivity in adulthood and an increased risk of degenerative disease. Nutritional problems in toddlers, including stunting, are included by the condition of the mother in impacted mother. Ladies and gentlemen, the prospective mother referred to here is a teenage child. Interventions to prevent an increase in the prevalence of stunting can be carried out in the life cycle and the adolescent stage, which is the mother to be. Adolescents who have been prepared from an early age to know about the problems of stunting means that we have prepared mothers who have sufficient knowledge in fulfilling child nutrition to prevent stunting. Dear audience, the main thing that needs to be considered in adolescent children is adequate nutritional intake during adolescence. In the nutrition of adolescents, especially young women, is not properly paid attention to, then in the future there will be adolescent risk. Taking mother the result of the study saw the involving adolescents can strengthen the contribution of adolescents in improving adolescent health. One form of participation of cadres of school and children and adolescents in implementing health efforts for school and children and adolescent aims to foster healthy living habits so that they have knowledge, attitudes, and skill to implement healthy living principles. Their aim is to increase their knowledge, attitude, and willingness of adolescents to prevent stunting. Counseling methods, discussion, working together, and triggering result and the impact of doing community service is the here is an increase in knowledge, motivation, and participation of adolescents is supporting stunting prevention in adolescents. Prevention of stunting can be done and in the life cycle at the adolescent stage. Nutrition knowledge of adolescents, especially young women, regarding stunting is very important to prevent stunting. Prevention of education regarding stunting should be started from a young age as preparation for entering conception period. Health education is an appropriate method for providing information to adolescents stunting their education, influence, knowledge, and efforts to prevent stunting. That's the short speech from me, and I hope it will give us some benefits, particularly in changing the perception for some parents. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica, for your speech. And now, before we move to our next participant, we will take a short break, so stay tuned with us.
Permudah transaksi keuangan Anda dengan mengaktifkan Bepung Mobile Bank NTT. Caranya, lakukan registrasi di Customer Service, download aplikasi Bepung Mobile melalui App Store, buka aplikasi, klik setuju pada halaman syarat dan ketentuan aplikasi, input nomor rekening, nomor handphone, dan masukkan kembali kode security dengan benar. Klik selanjutnya. Nasabah akan menerima SMS berupa kode OTP. Input kode OTP. Klik selanjutnya. Buat password mobile banking terdiri dari minimal 8 karakter dan maksimal 12 karakter, terdiri dari huruf dan angka. Klik selanjutnya. Buat mobile PIN terdiri dari 6 angka, klik centang. Input konfirmasi mobile PIN, klik centang. Aktivasi berhasil dan klik masuk untuk dapat menggunakan fasilitas dari Bepung Mobile Bank NTT.
Bertransaksi di Bank NTT adalah partisipasi nyata membangun NTT. Bank NTT melayani lebih sungguh.
Hello everyone, I'm Bobby Lianto, the Chairman Chamber of Commerce and Industry of East Nusa Tenggara. I want to congratulate Pos Kupang and Tribun Networks for celebrate the 64th anniversary of our province East Nusa Tenggara. Pos Kupang organized the English speech competition with the theme Rise Together to Build NTT, or Bangkit Bersama Membangun NTT. As we know that English is really important for our futures to compete and go global. So I want to motivate you, all the young people, all the young generation, show your English skill for the NTT economic revival. God bless you.
Berawal dari tekad mulia, menyajikan informasi yang terbaik bagi masyarakat Nusa Tenggara Timur. 3 putra bumi Floba Morates, Damian Godo, Valens Doi, dan Rudolf Nggai membangun Harian Umum Pos Kupang. Didukung oleh Menteri Penerangan kala itu, Harmoko. Pada tanggal 16 November 1992, Pos Kupang di bawah PT Timur Media Grafika menerbitkan edisi pertamanya. Sebagai surat kabar pertama di Nusa Tenggara Timur, Harian Umum Pos Kupang berpengalaman menyebarkan berita di seluruh pelosok negeri Seribu Bukit ini. Karena cita-cita Pos Kupang bukan hanya sebagai penyampai informasi, tetapi juga mencerdaskan masyarakat, membuka isolasi berpikir, sumber inspirasi, menjadi sebuah kontrol sosial, perekat masyarakat pluralis, dan penunjang demokrasi.
We are back again at POS Kupang English Speech Competition 2022, and let's continue with participant number 28 from SMA Negeri Taikas, Afra Sulis Tio Rini Binsasi.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salam Sejahtera. Good afternoon. The Honorable, the Government of East Nusa Tenggara Province. The Honorable, the Head of Education and Culture Office in East Nusa Tenggara Province. The Honorable, all Supervisor Coordinator of Senior High School in East Nusa Tenggara Province. The Honorable, all Principal of Senior High School in East Nusa Tenggara Province. The Honorable, all the judges. And the Honorable, the companion teachers and all member committee, and also all the participants. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm gonna proud to deliver my speech with the title Remaja dalam Pencegahan Stunting or Adolescent Stunting Prevention. But before I'm going to deliver my speech, I would like to introduce myself. Hello, my name is Afra Sulistyorini Binsasi. I'm one at the participant as the representative from Taika Senior High School, North Timor Central Regency. First of all, as the man of faith, I thank a lot to the Almighty God, because by His grace, His mercy, and His goodness, we all be here in health condition. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, that stunting is the one of major public in the world. Stunting is the major public health problem in the world, or in another word, is global problem, including Indonesia. So that government of Indonesia has made a strong commitment to accelerate fight against of childhood stunting. Stunting is early life growth failure could consequently be passed on the next generation, resulting in an intergeneration cycle of growth failure. The cycle starts before birth. Low pregnancy nutritional status and insufficient weight gain of the mother during pregnancy are believed to be main cause of low birth weight and size at birth in conscious life. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know that definition of stunting is the impaired growth and development that children experience from poor nutrition, repeat infection, and inadequate physiosocial stimulation. Children are defined stunt if their height for age is more than 2 standard deviation median. Stunting in early life, particularly in the 1,000 days birth until the age of 2. Stunting also such as health problem that occurs due to long malnutrition and marked by a child's height being shorter than his or her age. Stunting also can make their brain develop slow down. This means that stunting let me continue at the next decade. So we will lose the next quality generation. Ladies and gentlemen, our local government East Nusa Tenggara Province has also made a strong commitment and series to accelerate the fights against childhood stunting in this province. Because what? Because we have 37.8% of stunting. This is big and serious problem. The problem of stunting has been addressed by our government, either central government or local government through healthy central agency. There are any company and advertisement for preventing stunting, such as Bisa Stop Stunting. It encourages us as teenagers to participate in preventing stunting from early age. Why should be the teenager participate for preventing stunting? Because what? Because we are a part of them. We are the young generation. We are the future of nation, and we are defense of this nation. We are the future of against change for this country. We are love each other. We are care each other. World Health Organization or WHO and also our government Indonesia in our local government have many programs to reduce or to accelerate the fight against childhood stunting, among others by suggesting to the baby parents, especially women, to give breast milk from 6 months. Fulfill Nutrition needs science pregnancy, child development monitor for every month. We as teenagers, what we can do to help our government in preventing stunting in our town? According to me, that have to share our life and our love by giving our attention to our neighbor children who have symptoms of stunting. Ladies and gentlemen, stop stunting. Together, we can prevent stunting and other forms of undernutrition, helping ensure every girl and boy to have the best possible start in life. That's all my
Looks like we lost connection with Afra, so we move to the next participant, number 32 from SMAN 1 Jerebuu, Natalia Claudia Ano. Natalia, if your Zoom is in mute, please unmute your Zoom so we can hear you clearly. Thank you. Hello, Natalia. Natalia, can you hear my voice?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Natalia. Hello.
Can you hear my friend? My voice too.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay.
Natalia, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, Natalia, 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Salam sejahtera. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. Om Swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya. Salam kebajikan. Let me introduce myself. My complete name is Natalia Claudia Ano. You can call me Anita. I'm from SMAN 1 Jerebuu. Thank you for the time and opportunity that has been given to me to be able to deliver a speech. For the first place, I would like to praise and gratitude to God Almighty for His blessing and protection upon us. So today we can participate in a virtual English speech competition together. The Honorable Governor of East Nusa Tenggara, the Honorable Head of Education and Culture of East Nusa Tenggara, the Honorable Head of Pos Kupang Editorial, the Honorable all judges, and which I proud all audience. Today my speech is about juveniles in stunting prevention. Ladies and gentlemen, stunting is a condition in which a child's growth is impaired, characterized by a short body caused by chronic malnutrition. Stunted toddlers are generally susceptible to disease, have below normal intelligence and low productivity. This malnutrition occurs from the moment the baby is in the womb, in the early days after the baby is born. However, the condition is only visible after the baby is 2 years old. Especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, the number of children in malnutrition has increased. This is because many parents have lost their jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, the toddler's period belongs to the golden period. For the growth in the development of your little one, a balanced intake of nutrition is needed. Underfeeding or poor nutrition in the first 1,000 days of life can have an irreversible consequence. In other words, a condition in which a baby or toddler experience stunted growth. Ladies and gentlemen, prevention of stunting should be done early. In this prevention, adolescents play a role in reducing stunting, especially in young women. where young women can take prevention by consuming blood tablets as much as 1 tablet per week and doing cycle activity for at least 30 minutes a day, as well as implementing a diet according to balanced nutrition guidelines. Ladies and gentlemen, in stunting prevention, adolescents are a potential group that can be involved in stunting prevention programs. Adolescents are expected to understand the importance of family planning and reduce cases in the future, including, first, family planning. Teenagers are expected to understand the importance of family planning. Things that need to be planned before entering the marriage stage include ideal age, mental maturity, economic readiness, and cycle health. With family planning, we'll be able to avoid early marriage. And the second, knowledge of adolescents' reproductive health. To produce healthy offspring and have good intelligence, adolescents need to understand the right age to develop healthy, which is between the ages of 21 years to 35 years for women. The last one, parenting 1000 HPK. Understanding of 1000 HPK preventing needs to be known by adolescents so that adolescents, when they become parents are ready to take care of 1000 HPK. Because with the application of 1000 HPK, stunting will be preventable. Ladies and gentlemen, in my speech today, I would like to invite all teenagers who are currently listening to my speech. Let's be together as millennial teenagers, prevent stunting by consuming a lot of healthy food with balanced nutrition, following planning programs, knowing more than enough knowledge about parenting. Only by applying these points can stunting be preventable early. For all young people, especially young women, let's be wise prospective parents with full planning and responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. Now we move to participant number 26 from SMAN 1 Pocoranaka, Hendrikus Jeman. Number 26 from SMAN 1 Pocoranaka, Hendrikus Jeman. Hendrikus, could you please say hi to us so we can hear you? Hello, Hendrikus? Hendrikus, please join your Zoom audio so we can hear your voice. Thank you. Hello, Hendrikus. Henricus, are you there? Our participants still have technical difficulties, so we will take a short break.
Selamat siang, saya Romo Florence Maxi Unbria, Ketua Sekolah Tinggi Pastoral Keuskupan Agung Kupang, mengucapkan selamat bertanding bagi siswa-siswa SMA seprovinsi Nusa Tenggara Timur dalam ajang lomba pidato tingkat SMA CNTT sebagai kesempatan untuk berlatih, tetapi sekaligus sebagai kesempatan mempersiapkan diri untuk mengambil bagian dalam persaingan kerja di dalam dunia global, go internasional. Selamat bertanding, sukses, tetap semangat, pasti sukses.
Okay, we back again, and we will continue with participant number 27 from SMAS Katolik Caritas Maumere, Maria Tuto Mado. Hello Maria, can you hear my voice?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay Maria, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay Maria, 10 minutes on the clocks and time is yours.
Thank you. Thanks for the chance given to me. Good afternoon, the educators. Good afternoon, the English speech participants. And good afternoon, all the audience. I am Maria Tutomado. I am from Catholic Caritas High School. I'm from Catholic Caritas Senior High School, Maumere. First of all, let us say thanks to God because of His blessing. We can gather in this place in good situation. The title of my speech today is The Important Rules of Young in Preventing the Stunting. Ladies and gentlemen, NTT province is one of the provinces has the highest stunting. Stunting is one of nutrition problem in NTT that caused by minimum of nutrition in long term, so it is disturbing the children's growth. Stunting can cause height and weight of children are not suitable with their age. The characteristics of children in stunting condition are the first, tall and weight of children smaller and shorter than the other children. The second, usually the bone of stunting children not strong. The third, we can find stunting children have not good physique. Example,
easy to ill. The fourth, not active in their daily activity. As we know, 5 or 10 years later, the youngs will be parents. So, the nutrition of the young should be attended regularly. The first, consume the nutrition breakfast like rice, vegetable, and egg. Don't consume junk food. The second, plant the vegetable in both school and house. Why the young should plant the vegetable? Because by planting and consuming the vegetable, it can help improving young achievement and the young can get good physique. The third, the young must have enough time to rest. The fourth, the young have good habit. Example, eat regularly and sport regularly. Ladies and gentlemen, what the young should do? The young should do take care the healthy lifestyle by sporting, consuming the nutrition food, and keep the environment clean. Don't smoke. Prepare yourself to be member of family who stand alone in both social and economic with education and job. Prepare yourself to be parents by giving information about stunting to the friends using our media social like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, etc. Because by doing this, we can grow the young generation free from stunting. We can grow young generation with good physique, good personality, and of course, good looking us. Finally, I want to invite all the youngs in the world, especially in NTT, to share the information to remind the young to prevent the stunting. The young is the key of quality family. I hope the young should understand about stunting, how to prevent the stunting, and let us to join campaign. That is my English speech. Thank you so much for your attention. That's all and thank you.
Thank you, Maria, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 5 from SMK Pertanian dan Peternakan Wewewa Selatan, Ririn Sancai Katoda.
Hi everyone, I am Ririn Sancai Katoda from SMK Pertanian dan Peternakan Wewewa Selatan. The role of adolescents in stunting profession. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for the chance given to me. For the first time, we must say thank you to God because His blessing to us. Childhood is the best overall indicator of children well-being and accurate reflection of social inequalities. Stunting is the most prevalent form of child malnutrition with an estimated 161 million children worth in 2000 falling below 2 SD from the length for age or height. World Health Organization Child Growth Standards median. Many more million suffer from some degree of growth faltering as the entire length for egg or height. Distribution of shifted to the left, indicating that all children, and not only those falling below a specific cutoff, are affected. Despite global consensus on how to define and measure in stunting, often goes unrecognized in communities where short stature is the norm, as linear growth is not routinely assessed in primary health care setting and is difficult to visually recognize it. Growth faltering often begins in utero and continues for at least the first 2 years of postnatal life. Linear growth failure serves as a marker of multiple pathological disorders associated with increased morbidity and mortality, loss of physical growth potential, reduced neurodevelopmental and cognitive function, and elevated risk of chronic disease on adulthood. Severe irreversible physical and non-cognitive damage and accompanies stunted growth. Linear growth is the best overall indicator of children's well-being and provides an accurate marker of inequalities in human development. This is directly reflected in the millions of children worldwide would not only fail to activate their linear growth potential because of suboptimal health conditions and adequate nutrition and care. They also suffer the severe irreversible physical and cognitive damage that accompanies stunted growth. Stunting of the goes unrecognized in communities where short stature is so common that is considered normal. The difficult is visually identifying stunted children. However, many years of neglect, stunting is now identified as major global health priority and the focus of several high-profile initiatives like scaling up nutrition, the Zero Hunger Challenge, and the Nutrition for Growth Summit. Stunting is also at the heart of the 6 global nutrition target for 2025. By comparing them with an acceptable set of standard values, their international agreement that children are studied if their length or height is below 2 SD from which growth standards median for the same age and sex. Similarly, children are considered severely stunted if their length or height is below 3 SD from who child growth. Ladies and gentlemen, how do we prevent stunting? There is no simple solution for preventing stunting. However, focusing on what is commonly referred to as the first 1,000 days, the windows of time between a mother pregnancy and her child's second birthday, is a key opportunity to ensure the health development of children around the world. While the amount of food is a large piece of the puzzle, a diversified diet and equally, if not more, ready to us treating malnutrition even in those children who are done to. With ready-to-use therapeutic food can have a positive impact on stunting rates to ensure that crucially individuals can move forward with or long to support. We also work within communities so that our members have membership their programs. Here's 5 sustainable solutions to stunting. The first, promoting gender equity. The second, improving agriculture. The third, improving maternal, newborn, and child health. The fourth, improving hygiene. The fifth, improving nutrition service. These young target in demand are driven in by many overlapping factors, including the pre-harvest, hunger gap, increased incidence of malaria of diarrhea during the rainy season, women work-life patterns, and movements associated with grazing livestock. During this classes surges, the potential to save lives is greater. However, government, health system, and the wider humanitarian sector
It looks like we've been disconnected with Ririn, so thank you, Ririn, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 43 from SMAS Kristen 2 SOE, Agustina Widi Natonis.
Hello,
Yes, Agustina?
is my voice clearly for you?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Are you ready, Agustina?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
I am.
Agustina. 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Shalom, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salve, Salam Kebajikan. Honorable judges, respected audiences, and everyone here today, greeting to all of us. First of all, I'd like to thank the Almighty God. It is because of Him we are able to participate in this contest. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Agustina Natonis, and I'm from 2nd Christian Senior High School. I'm standing here to deliver my speech. I hope you all feeling as amazing as I am right now. To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm here not to tell you about what I'm feeling. Instead, I will tell you about my speech. Let me start my speech with the wise word from the 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Children are the world's most valuable source and best hope of a nation in the future. I do agree with this statement. How about you? Just answer it by your heart. Data from UNICEF in 2020 stated that Indonesia occupies the 4th position as the largest population of children in the world with 80 million children. I have one big question to all of us. Is that Indonesian healthy? The answer is no. Once again, the answer is no. A nutrition problem occurred in our building stunting. World Health Organization had released that Indonesia got 3rd position as the highest prevalence of stunting in Southeast Asia. It indicates that Indonesia is categorized as the red zone status of the growth of stunting. Besides that, research from Studi Status Gizi Indonesia announced that 5 districts in NTT province got the highest position of stunting children. These 5 districts are Timur Tengah Selatan, Timur Tengah Utara, Alor, Sumba Barat Daya, and Manggarai Timur. In the first place is Timur Tengah Selatan. It is also informed by CNN on Saturday, 5th of March 2021, stated that there are 15 districts in NTT are categorized at the red zone status of stunting. It shows that NTT needs to change some health program to prevent the growth of stunting. From the data let me tell you about my title of my speech. The title is The Role of Teenagers to Prevent the Growth of Stunting. Does anyone know the definition of stunting? World Health Organization described that stunting is the condition of children who have less leg or hay compared and children in general. Stunting has two-term period. The first is short-term period and another one is long-term period. The short-term period can be indicated by body posture and long-term period can be recognized by the non-optimal reproductive health, less learning capacity, and low performance during school time. So what causes stunting? There are many factors can lead children to stunting. There are less nutritional pattern, bad fulfillment, and health facilities, and careless parenting habit. Based on Febriani Dwi Bella in 2019 said that parenting pattern is an approach to feed children on time with hygiene and basic service health at home. Stunting is easily preventable with proper nutrition. Mothers need to follow a balanced diet before pregnancy start to ensure the proper nutrients are passed on the fetus. Indonesian Ministry of Health recommends that a healthy meal should consist around 1/3 fruits and vegetables, 1/3 carbohydrates like rice, and 1/3 protein like meat, fish, or vegetarian protein sources. On the other hand, many parents still don't know how important the pattern of good parenting because they have lack knowledge about it, especially who stays in the remote area with no access of health and technology. Our government has applied many programs to overcome the growth of stunting. They are first, Peraturan Presiden Nomor 72 Tahun 2021 about the acceleration of reducing stunting holistically, integrity, quality manner through the coordination of all stakeholders. Second, Peraturan Presiden Nomor 42 Tahun 2013 about National Movement of Nutritional Improvement. Here, the government launched the first 1,000 Day of Life movement, which focused on fulfilling nutrition for from pregnancy phase to 2 years old. Third, the government also launched the National Strategy to Accelerate Stunting Prevention in 2017, gathering 22 ministries around $14.6 billion commitments to implement various nutritional interventions. There are many strategies from government that I cannot mention in this opportunity. What we can get from those many programs and strategies, are the results good? I still find that many cases of stunting appears in all provinces in Indonesia. It means that our government cannot work itself alone. As teenagers, we must take part to prevent the growth of stunting. As young generation, I invite all of us to pay attention to this social evil. As teenagers, what should we do to help our government to reduce numbers of stunting? Let me quote the famous proverbs from the first president of Indonesian Republic, Insinyur Soekarno. He said that, give me 1,000 parents, so we will pull Semeru Mountain until the roots, and give me 10 teenagers, we will shake the world. I want everyone to highlight the words of 10 teenagers and shake the world. It means that the teenagers are powerful, brilliant, and can create many positive impacts in their lives. So don't be shy, don't be afraid. We can change the world, especially our beloved country, Indonesia, from stunting. One best solution, I suggest, in this speech, is taking part in youth organization program that is Karang Taruna. From this youth organization, we can do some things. First, give education about stunting. Second, stunting campaigns with poster. It can be done by face-to-face or by social media like Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, and so on, telling about how important the health of food and cleanliness at home and etc. Third, we also can take part in the Teenage Girls Association to educate people, especially women, to have good knowledge before marriage. Fourth, We also can participate in Posyandu program to help the medical workers, especially nurses and midwives, to persuade all parents to have routine medical checkup once a month. If we do these programs, I believe as teenagers, we help our government to prevent the growth of stunting. This beloved country doesn't belong to a group, a religion, a tribe, a custom, but this country belongs to all of us, from Sabang to Merauke. So don't be a pessimist to help our government to do positive things. On my last word, I will close my speech by telling you all one famous song, lyric singing by JCJ, with the title Flashlight. Let us be a light to other people so we can get someone through the dark night and can sign someone when they are see the way, and finally we can taste the sweet of life forever. So that's all my speech. Pardon me if I made some mistaken words or attitude during the speech. Thank you very much. Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salve, Salam Kebajikan.
Thank you, Agustino, for your speech. And now we move to participant number 14 from SMA Kristen Mercusuar Kupang, Jisa Taloim. Hello, Jisa.
Hello.
Hello, are you ready, Jisa?
I'm ready. Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, Jisa, 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Okay. Shalom. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan, Salve, and good afternoon to all of us. First of all, I would like to thank God for giving us blessing and mercy so we can attend today's meeting in a good condition. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jisa Taloim from Mercusuar Christian Senior High School, and I am here to share my speech about stunting, a current health issue that we all should put much condition to. Ladies and gentlemen, a great nation is a nation whose young generation are growing strong, healthy, and intelligent. But all of that cannot be reached if our country faces this one big problem, namely stunting, which happens to our newborns, babies, and kids nowadays. So what is stunting? Let's take a look at this issue. Ladies and gentlemen, stunting is a condition of growth failure in children which affects the development of the body and brain caused by a lack of nutrition. This condition is characterized by a child with a shorter body for their age. Body proportions tend to be normal, but children look younger or smaller for their age, low weight their age, and delayed bone growth. Maybe you guys ever seen or noticed this characteristic in your environment, in your school, your workplace, or even in your family. Ladies and gentlemen, according to BBC, the post-pandemic social and economic crisis caused nearly 7 million children worldwide to experience stunting due to malnutrition. In Indonesia alone, in August 2022, the stunting case rate reached 24.4%, especially in East Nusa Tenggara. It is recorded by Central Bureau of Statistics Indonesia with the highest number of stunting cases in Indonesia. What a big number. Have you ever imagined that this problem could have a big impact on our beloved country? This is happening around us. We just not realize how dangerous this will be in a few years to come. We have to open our eyes wide. Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that stunting has two impacts? Let me tell you. Firstly, it's short term, and the secondly is long term. The first term is about brain development disorders on children. brain is the body's control center. It's a part of the nervous system, which also includes the spinal cord and a large network of nerves and neurons. Together, the nervous system controls everything from your sense to the muscles throughout your body. When your brain is damaged, it affects many different things, including your memory, your sensation, or even your personality. Brain disorders include any condition or disabilities that affect your brain to work not in accordance. As a result, it will decrease the ability to think and self-confidence. And the long term is about the low level of intelligence and learning achievement. The children might seem to study hard, but they experience low level of thinking and difficult to achieve the goals. And this happened in a few years to come. When they are getting old, they become less productive and cannot contribute anything to the fields of work. Ladies and gentlemen, the rate of stunting as the result of malnutrition in toddlers in Indonesia exceeds the limit set by World Health Organization. And this can be a threat to Indonesian future generation and the development of this country if we are careless about this situation. There will be no generation who are able to compete with other countries. Ladies and gentlemen, the data and explanation given above has given that this is so urgent. As a part of this country, we have to do something. And as a teenager, what can we do to overcome this? So in this valuable moment, I would like to offer two solutions. First, we have to change the lifestyle as young children in a healthier way so that later when we get married and have children, the children can grow up in a healthy condition. Some examples of things that we can do now, just like eating healthy food, avoid instant or junk food, exercise our body regularly, keep the environment clean, and so on. And the second or the last one is we can use our social media to convey stunting issues so the outsider can read about the danger of stunting. Sharing this health problem nowadays is not a big deal, I think. We can reach out to people easily by using the platforms. We have like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and the others. Just create any content about stunting in a creative way and post them, because people will notice it in a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, stunting will never end if there is no one who cares about this. So we are the one who could change the situation. It is our responsibility to take care of this generation. So now I invite every one of us, especially my beloved friends, let us start putting our hearts together and take the real action to solve stunting. Be awake. Indonesia and even world need us. Thank you very much and God bless you all.
Thank you, Jisa, for your speech. And now we move to the next participant with participant number 26 from SMAN 1 Pocoranaka, Henricus Jeman. Hello, Henricus, can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can hear you. Do you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Are you ready, Henricus?
Yes, I'm ready.
Henricus, 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Okay, thanks for the time that you given to me. The judge, who I respect, and my lovely friends and audience, good afternoon to all of us. Introduce, my name is Henricus Jeman, and I am the participants of SMA Negeri 1 Pocoranaka. In a special occasion, I want to deliver a short speech under the title Teenagers' Role in Stunting Prevention. Ladies and gentlemen, most people may not understand the term stunting. Stunting is a chronic malnutrition problem caused by a lack of nutrition intake for quite a long time, resulting in impaired growth in children, namely the child is height is lower or shorter or dwarf than the standard age. The condition of a short child's body is often said to be hereditary or genetic factor from both parents, so that many people just accept it without doing anything to prevent it. In fact, as we know, genetic is a determinant factor for health that has the least influence when compared to behavioral, environmental, social, economic, cultural, political factors, and health service. In other words, stunting is a problem that can actually be prevented. One of government's focus in stunting prevention. This effort aims to enable Indonesian children to grow and develop optimally and maximally, accompanied by emotional, social, and psychological abilities that are ready to learn and able to innovate and compete at the global level. Ladies and gentlemen, there are three things that must be considered in preventing stunting: improving diet, parenting pattern, as well as improving sanitation and access to clean water. We all need to know that the teenagers are the future parents. They are the ones who will have big role in creating quality generation. The most appropriate effort in stunting prevention is themselves.
Hello, Jeman.
Hello,
Henrikus.
hello,
Jeman.
hello.
You can
Hello,
continue your speech.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. The lack of knowledge of adolescents as perspective, resulting for the first 1,000 days of life, or KHPK, can increase the risk of children who are born later experiencing growth disturbance to stunting. It is necessary for adolescents to reduce parenting education, as well as an understanding the importance of our health and the importance of implementing meal with a balanced and nutritional pattern. Family planning is the one important thing. There are several things that the teenagers need to plan it before marriage, including the ideal age for marriage, healthy both physically and spiritually, mental readiness, also financial. In this case, there are a number of problems arise related to the youth nowadays, just like most teenagers have not implemented a diet with a balanced nutrition. They are likely consuming the instant food. Meanwhile, they didn't consume fruit and vegetables, which we all know that those foods are full of nutrition. Family planning before marriage are implemented by the teenager. There are so many teenagers married under the ideal age. as we know that their mental and financial are not ready yet to become father and mother. Ladies and gentlemen, increasing the role of youth in preventing stunting until the early 2022. The role of the society and the government is urgently needed to preventing the stunting and to lower the stunting happening. There is one community that should and rightly targeted to play a big role in preventing stunting is us, teenagers. Only teenagers who can be involved stunting prevention programs. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said before, there are several things that must be done to increase the knowledge of the teenager so that can play a big role efforts in preventing the stunting and reduce the case of the stunting in the future, such as first, family planning. In this case, we as a teenagers are expected to know and understand the importance of family planning. I mean the thing that needs to be planned before we get married. Second, knowledge of balance and nutritional pattern. With sufficient knowledge about the importance of implementing a balanced and nutritional pattern, the teenagers will know what to do that when they become parents. Third, knowledge of adolescents' reproductive health, or KRR. To reduce in case in the future, the teenagers will need to know and understand the right age and healthy reproduction. Fourth, 1000 HPK parenting. An understanding of caring HPK parenting needs to be known by the teenager so that when they become parents, they are ready to care 1000 HPK. The teenagers have a role important in stunting prevention, especially for a girl. To prevent the stunting, the mother needs to get adequate nutrition during pregnancy and breastfeeding. However, for a pregnant woman to be able to get enough nutrition, it requires intervention before pregnancy during teenager. This is because the impact of malnutrition has started it. Yes, stunting starts from preconception when the young girl who later becomes a mother is malnourished and has anemia. Therefore, it is important to do the things in prevent anemia since teenager. Here's how. First, implementing a balanced and healthy diet. In order to prevent stunting, it is important for young women to meet their body's nutritional needs by eating healthy, balanced nutritional foods. Eat a variety and healthy foods, starting from plant-based foods, milk, fruits, vegetables, and staple foods. And milk, fish, healthy foods. 2, prevent anemia. 3, exercise regularly. Ladies and gentlemen, in a special occasion, I want to ask all the teenagers that do 2 things that I already to talk about in order in preventing the stunting in Indonesia. The last but not the least, I, as a teenagers, want to invite all the teenagers in Indonesia. Come on, guys, hand by hand in prevent stunting. We should start by now. If not us, then who? If not now, so when? Thank you.
Thank you, Henricus, for your speech. And before we continue to next participant, we will take a short break, so stay tuned with us.
Ini tentang kita. Untuk hari ini
dan esok.
Tentang memberi makna Indonesia.
Menjadi ruang hidup yang lebih baik untuk semua.
Setiap aksi kita sangat bermakna untuk memberikan kualitas hidup yang merata.
Ini tentang saling memberi daya, menyambut generasi baru yang akan tiba, memberi ruang
untuk bertumbuh,
menjadikan semua terhubung bagai satu tubuh, agar semua dapat bahagia.
BRI tidak hanya sekedar berbisnis, tapi juga berkontribusi untuk memberdayakan masyarakat dan menjaga lingkungan. Memberdayakan yang kecil hingga yang terkecil, agar semua bisa terus tumbuh dan tersenyum. Menjangkau yang tak terjangkau, melayani yang belum terlayani, mendekatkan akses, membuka pintu untuk setiap orang. Berkolaborasi untuk membangun negeri, memberikan kesempatan yang sama untuk semua. Memandang semua setara. Karena kami yakin semua bisa. Memberikan pendampingan hingga dapat berdikari dan menjadi domino perubahan bagi yang lain. Bertransformasi dengan digitalisasi agar dapat langsung terkoneksi. Melayani lebih banyak hingga yang terkecil, memangkas jarak dan waktu, juga melayani dengan lebih cepat. Digitalisasi yang mendorong paperless operations, serta pengurangan emisi karbon menuju sustainability. Membuat BRI menjadi bank yang hadir untuk tumbuh bersama bagi negeri. Melayani
setulus hati.
Tumbuh bersama demi kebaikan.
Kamu,
aku,
kita semua.
We back again at Poskupang English Speech Competition 2022, and we will continue with participant number 38 from SMA Negeri 2 Boawai, Arnoldus Christian Buuloa.
Okay.
Hello Arnoldus, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir.
Okay, Arnoldus, 10 minutes on the clock and time is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon to all of us. The Honorable Mr. Governor of East Nusa Tenggara, the Honorable the Head of Ministry of Education and Culture of East Nusa Tenggara, Excellency, all teachers and the judges, and all my beloved friends. First of all, let us give thanks to the presence of God Almighty, who has given us His grace and blessing, so that we can gather here without any obstacle and with healthy condition. Ladies and gentlemen, in this occasion, I would like to give a short speech about teenager in stunting prevention. Preparing for the golden generation of 2045 is not easy. It's because stunting is still a major nutritional problem for infants and children under the age of 2 in Indonesia. This condition must be immediately suppressed because it will hinder the momentum of Indonesian golden generation in 2045. Results from Indonesian Children Nutrition Status Survey show that there was a decrease in stunting rates at 27.67% in 2019. Although the stunting rate it was decreasing, the figure is still considered high, considering that World Health Organization target the stunting rate should not be more than 20%. World Bank data says the work phase in infancy stunt reached 50-14%. That is, as many 50-40% of the work phase today are stunting survivors. That is what makes stunting a serious concern of the government. Ladies and gentlemen, in early 2021, the government in Indonesia targets stunting to fall to 14% by 2024. President Joko Widodo appointed the head of BKKBN, Dr. Hasto Wardoyo, HPOG, becomes the chief executive of accelerating stunting decline. Stunting is a product that the result from the pregnancies that produce stunting babies. Currently, babies are born already 23%, the prevalence of stunting. After birth, many were born normally, but then stunt until the figure becomes 27.6%. Those 23% emerge from birth that were not up to standard. Another cause of stunting, 11.7% of babies are born with malnutrition as measured though the size of body length is not up to 14.8 centimeters and the height is not up to 2.5 kilograms. Plus, babies who are born in normal but grow up with a lack of nutritional intake become stunting. In addition, it's important to prepare excellent health before stepping into a marriage stage. Ladies and gentlemen, today the number of teenagers in Indonesia is very large and can be potential development. Teenagers in stunting profession are very important because, first, teenager is the group that has a great producing offspring in the future. With education on the concept of family and children, teenagers are expected to have a healthy offspring and anti-starved parents. So, teenager involvement in stunting prevention is important to take as consideration. The second, there need to be family education in youth. Although steering prevention plays an important role, the education regarding steering in the teenager have not been fully developed. In the place like the school, there are no stipulations like parenting, especially steering, so teenager in the concept of the family. The upbringing and the education of the child so that the teenager can always be prepared and be able to take responsibility for their family. According to Dr. Raisa Broto Asmoro, the deep education about family to the teenager based on data Riskadas in year of 2018, the number of teens growing under 16 is 15.66 and it actually increased again 14.18 data in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, while teenage marriage may be risky enough because it can have of the some following effect. The first effect, increased maternal and infant mortality. The second one, pregnancy under 20 can cause a risk of hemorrhage, anemia, pregnancy, and miscarriage. The third, getting pregnant at the age of 10 until 14 carries a greater risk. The fourth, risk of premature childbirth. And next, at risk of getting stoned. And the last one, emotional instability in teens can lead to the domestic violence. The third, healthy habits that need to be adopted by adolescents. For a healthy, antisocial generation to create, it's the best to begin with the adolescents' own habits. Ladies and gentlemen, in Indonesia, there are 7 healthy teenagers that parents might be able to implement. The first one, increase in physical activity. Physical activity is one of the most helpful habits that teenagers need to teach. Parents might be start inviting the youth to exercise together, at least for 20 minutes every day. The second, eat fruits and vegetables. Adolescents are still growing, so they educate balanced foods. It's need to be grown optimally. This requires a regular diet of fruits and vegetables, along with other nutritional intake. Third, non-smoking. Give teens an understanding of the danger of smoking cigarettes to prevent them from doing so. Sites from the official court page of the misery from smoking can be harmful to the health of the teens. From insomnia, school-related disorder, plague on the teeth, respiratory probe to addiction. The fourth, not drinking alcohol. Also, education adolescents to avoid consuming alcohol are because alcohol can affect brain development. Normally, a person who drinks alcohol will affect change in his behavior, such as hallucination, losing balance, and think more slowly, and thereby subjecting himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the fifth is keeping the environment clean. By making it a habit for teens to keep their surrounding clean, the risk of infection, disease can be avoided. The sixth, using a clean latrine. Access to the clean water, as well as sanitation, such as using clean latrines, is one effort to maintain a good health. Emphasis on self-destruction as well. And the last one, routine health check. Don't forget to teach the teenager to make a routine check so the body can always be in good shape. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, that's all of my speech. I hope you all enjoyed my speech. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Arnoldus, for your speech. And now we move to the last participant of this competition with participant number 2 from SMAN Hare Kakai, Maria Yaveliana Hoarnahak.
Yes, I.
Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Okay, Maria, are you ready?
Thank you for the time given to me. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, we as religious people, let us say praise and gratitude to God Almighty. Because of His great love and mercy, we can all gather in our respective place in a state good health. On this blessed opportunity, allow me to deliver a speech with them. The role of youth in preventing stunting. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to know that stunting is a condition in which a child's growth is disrupted, characterized by a short stature caused by chronic malnutrition. So, to prevent stunting, the important role of adolescents is needed. Why should the role of adolescents? Well, because adolescents are prospective parents in the future. And it is also young people who will have a big role in creating quality generation in the future. Therefore, the most appropriate role for stunting prevention starts with youth. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go into prevention efforts, we must first know what causes stunting. Stunting is caused by several things, including: first, environmental cleanliness is not maintained. Poor environmental hygiene, such as poor sanitation, can trigger the area intestinal worms, especially in children, which in turn will increase the risk of developmental disorders. Second, poor maternal nutrition during pregnancy and breastfeeding. Malnutrition since the fetus is in the womb and when the mother is breastfeeding, this is very influential on the growth and development of toddlers. Third, rarely eat vegetables and fruit. Most people have not implemented a balanced diet. Moreover, teenagers consume vegetables are rarely consumed. This causes the intake of vitamins and nutrients needed by adolescents to be enabled to be fulfilled. Ladies and gentlemen, of the several causes of stunting, it really requires the role of youth to prevent stunting so that it doesn't have an impact on the future. Efforts that must be made by adolescents to prevent stunting include: first, family planning. Teenagers are expected to understand the importance of family planning. Things that need to be planned before entering marriage include ideal age, mentally mature, economically prepared, and physically healthy. With family planning, you can avoid early marriage or child marriage, which can result in stunted babies. Second, knowledge of balanced nutrition pattern. With sufficient knowledge about the importance of implementing balanced nutritional pattern, when adolescents become parents, they will understand what to do. Fulfillment of balanced nutrition during pregnancy is also important because it guarantees the health of the fetus in the womb. Third, knowledge of reproductive health. In order to prevent stunting, in order to produce healthy offspring, adolescents need to understand the right age for healthy reproduction, which is between the ages of 21 to 35 years for a woman. Last, in this part specifically addressed to young women can prevent stunting by consuming a tablet of iron supplement per week, doing physical activity for at least 30 minutes a day, and adopting a diet according to balanced nutrition guidelines. Therefore, let us prevent stunting together for a better quality world. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all from my speech. I apologize if there are words that are less pleasing. For your attention, I thank you very much.
Thank you, Maria, for your speech. And with that, complete our competition for today's English speech competition. And I would like to thank our judges who, for your hard work from session 1 until the end of the competition, our sponsor and everyone who support this competition. And for all the participants, thank you for your participation and effort and courage in this competition. For the last, happy anniversary for East Nusa Tenggara, and the last for me is Poskupang, your digital solution.